Hi, I'm Phil Cohen with VoiceBox. I've been working on voice recognition technology since the very beginning, working on dialogue, human-computer interaction, multimodal interaction, and voice user interfaces. In that time, we've seen many advances in the human interface. We've seen point and click on icons for graphical user interfaces, clicking on blue links for web user interfaces, and simple voice recognition systems. But the world has changed recently, and we're now on the cusp of a new generation of user interface, something we call voice artificial intelligence. Now, what voice artificial intelligence will do is to provide you the ability to speak naturally, ask questions, receive answers, and generally engage in dialogue. So the beginnings of this are what we call semantic parsing. That is, we will break up utterances into their meaningful parts and use them to compose a meaning representation for the entire utterance. Now, a dialogue, first and foremost, requires that you interpret utterances in context, in the context of what was said and done before. So let's look at some examples of how a system can interpret utterances in context using what we call a point of interest system. Find Mexican restaurants near the Space Needle.
I found the following Mexican near places named Space Needle.
It has given me a list of 4 restaurants, one of which is fast food. I'm not in the mood for fast food today, so I'll say, not Taco Bell.
I found the following Mexican not named Taco Bell near places named Space Needle.
Notice that it has removed Taco Bell from the list and applied a negative constraint. So I want to meet up with my friends Bob and Mike, so I'll say, send the address of the second one to Bob and Mike.
I found the following selected place. Sending to Bob and sending to Mike.
Now that last utterance was an example of what's called a multi-intent utterance. It was finding and sending. Plus it had a couple of conjunctions in the middle, the word and it also had a pronoun, it. Send it to Bob and Mike. Now we can also supply negation in one utterance. Find hamburgers in downtown, but not McDonald's.
I found the following hamburger restaurants not named McDonald's in downtown.
Now sometimes I only have vague information. Find Japanese restaurants near Market Street and Leary Avenue in Ballard.
I found the following Japanese restaurants near the intersection of Market Street and Leary Avenue.
Take me to the second one.
Here are directions to Mashi Mashi.
What we've shown you so far is semantic parsing, the ability to take an utterance apart into its meaningful components and to compose a total meaning for the entire utterance based on those parts. Now the next step is to respond to utterances collaboratively. So here's an example of a system that could respond collaboratively to your utterance. Let's assume that I hear a band that I'm interested in and I ask, when is their next concert?
They are touring next spring and will be in Seattle on March 25th. Would you like me to get you tickets?
Sure.
Sorry, Seattle is sold out, but their Portland concert on the 24th is still available. Would you be interested in going to that one?
Sure, see if you can get tickets for that one.
Tickets are $35 to $100. Here is the seating chart.
So in this example, the system has understood my goal of seeing the band in concert. And when it hit a roadblock in trying to buy the tickets for that particular show, it proactively suggested an alternative location. In other words, it inferred my plan, it debugged my plan, found an obstacle to my plan, and then attempted to overcome that obstacle. We need to build systems that know how to do this. So to summarize, we've given you an overview of voice artificial intelligence. It includes semantic parsing, which derives a meaning representation for an entire utterance, and then supplies that meaning representation to a subsystem that will reason about the user's plans and goals and how to satisfy them. So we think the future of voice artificial intelligence is very exciting, and we invite you to join us on this journey.